Guess what? So, surprise, I had the babies. Obviously, I'm sure all of you know by now. A lot of you follow me on Instagram. I just haven't had the chance to film a video and update everyone on YouTube. I know I've gotten a few messages from some of you on here asking for an update, and so sorry it took me so long, but yeah, I've just been in mommy mode, trying to get used to this new life of being a mommy and taking care of two newborns. They are preemies, they are late term preemies. They were born at 36 weeks one day, December 22nd, right before Christmas. So it was the perfect Christmas present. We were in the hospital during Christmas and Christmas Eve, but it was perfect. It was the most perfect Christmas ever. Even though we weren't at home with family, family came to visit us and we exchanged gifts, and we just sat there and held the babies and just enjoyed it. It was the most perfect Christmas ever. So, yeah, they're here. So I know I haven't done a bump date in so long. It's just this last month has just been such a whirlwind, and a lot of pain. Towards the end of my pregnancy, I was just in so much pain from carrying two babies that they ended up being 5 pounds 6 ounces for Scotland, my little girl, and my little boy Rowan was 5 pounds 6 ounces for Scotland, my little girl, and 5 pounds 7 ounces for my little boy. So doctor said, I was for sure carrying about 12 pounds of baby with the two placentas, and I had a lot of liquid, they said. So I was in pain. I was in some crazy pain, back pain. I think that last night before I went into my NST, I just knew the next day something was going to happen because my back just could not handle the weight anymore. I was waking up every half an hour, I swear, peeing because there's just so much weight on my bladder. I was just dealing with a lot of different pains. I couldn't walk. Walking was just brutal. So, and breathing was brutal. I just was over it, and it happened perfectly. I went in for my NST on the 22nd. I think I had two more left because my C-section was going to be on the 28th, scheduled C-section. So I went in on the 22nd for my NST, and all the nurses kept telling me things happen at NSTs. You end up going and they find something, they have to induce labor or do a C-section. So we went in, me and my husband went in, and we were getting our NST like normal. And I've had a few scares during my NST. I think I've told you guys, little boy Rowan, his heartbeat would drop and then it would go up because I would have a contraction and it would squeeze his umbilical cord and it would mess with his heartbeat monitoring. So anyways, when I went in on the 22nd, he was having one right when they were putting me on the monitor, and it happened for a good 2 minutes, and they were like a little concerned about it, of course, because I'm 36 weeks, twins. They don't want the babies under any stress because they're already squished in there. They didn't have a lot of room. So, yeah, his heartbeat did it 2 times during the NST. The nurse was like, I'm going to go tell the doctor and I'm going to see what she wants to do. So the doctor called back and said, we're probably going to have to do a C-section today. This isn't good for the babies to be going through this kind of stress. So the nurse came in and told me those words, and I just was like, oh my God. Scared, nervous, excited, a whole bunch of feelings. And then the doctor ended up coming in and she said, we're taking him out today. There's no reason to wait. You're 36 weeks one day. Babies, look great. It's safe to take them out now. We don't want to risk this. They didn't want me to go home. And then what if that happened while I was home and he had another decel with his heartbeat? It just was too dangerous. And I'm already far enough along. They're like, let's take him out now. So anyways, I sat there for a while. They waited for labor and delivery to get back to them to see, available room. I eventually walked up there, it was nice and peaceful. I was going to have my babies. I wasn't in crazy labor, crazy pain. It was so nice. I was really nervous about going into labor and feeling just bad contractions. I had been feeling contractions since 22 weeks, like really painful contractions, and I was on medication since 22 weeks to calm down my contractions. So I was nervous about those labor contractions, so I didn't have to go through any of that. They took me up to my room. They had me undress and get into a hospital gown. It was nice and relaxing. We called my family. My parents came down. My husband's mom came down. Um, my brother came down, and my sister-in-law came down. And we're all in the room, and, they're setting me up, and they're putting the IV in me. And they said, okay, we're going to do it at 3 o'clock. It's 2 hours from then. And I'm like, great, I could just sit in here and relax and talk to my family, and it's going to be great. And so they're starting to put the babies back on the monitors, and they can't find baby B again, Rowan, my little boy. They always found my little girl, Scotland. She's very easy to find, but they couldn't hear his heartbeat. So all of a sudden they hear it faintly, and they can hear that it's decelling again. It's going down. You could hear the heartbeat literally slowing down. I was having a contraction. I could feel it too. It was very painful. And they started looking at my contractions, and they noticed that I was having them like every 6 minutes. I was having contractions. So, they think that I might have been going into labor then. I didn't feel like I was. I did feel contractions, but it wasn't out of the normal. I'd been feeling those for a while, but they were really close together. So the contractions were really messing with him. And he was really lodged up in my rib cage, so he was getting kind of squished. And anyways, his heartbeat was decelling for a good 4 minutes. The nurses were panicking, trying to get me to switch positions, trying to get his heartbeat to balance out. It would not. And they got on the intercom and said, like, code blue, get the OR ready. We have to take these babies out right now. Baby B's heart rate is dropped. I can't even tell you the panic that I experienced. It was absolutely petrifying. They put a oxygen mask on me. They were like 6 nurses rushed in. They rushed my whole family out. My family was like crying and panicking because they could hear his heartbeat going down. It scared them. This all happened so quickly. And then all of a sudden they unhook everything on me. They get my bed. They just start rolling it towards OR. You hear it over the intercom in the hospital talking about me, needing to, it was a crazy emergency. So they rushed me down there. I remember sitting in that bed, and they're rushing me. They're taking me down the hallways, and I was just like praying, and my mind just went somewhere that it's never gone before. I heard something in my mind telling me, breathe, it's going to be fine. And they brought me into the OR room, this bright, scary room. And there was like 10 people in there. I have twins, so they have NICU teams in there for each baby in case, they need to go to the NICU. And my doctor the doctor that was on call was there, and she was this young doctor. She had just had a baby 6 months ago, so she was looking at me, and she's like, you're going to be fine. Like she had told me before, when I was getting the NST, when she told me that I had to get a C-section that day, I've been nervous about my C-section, so she was kind of telling me it's totally easy, you'll do great. So as soon as they wheeled me into the OR, I saw her, and I immediately just could breathe. And she came up to me, and she like hugged me, and they're like, okay, she's like, hold on to me. They're going to put the spinal block epidural into your spine. So I need you to drape over me. And she's like, just hug on me. And so I hugged her, the doctor, and she just was rubbing my back, and she was whispering in my ear, you're going to be fine, sweetie. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. All of a sudden, they have the baby's heartbeats back up on the monitor, and you can hear both of them. And everyone was trying to look at me and saying, his heartbeat's back up. You're fine. He's fine. And I just was at a wall. I couldn't listen to anything. And finally I heard someone, after maybe the 5th time they had said it to me, his heartbeat's back up. And it registered in my head, and I could breathe. But I was still scared out of my mind. They had to get the babies out like right there and then. It still was dangerous because he was obviously under a lot of stress. So they put the spinal block in, and 2 anesthesiologists were in there, super amazing guys. Just there was so many people in there working on me. They had double the anesthesiologist, and then I had two doctors in there. My doctor, who ended up running in for me, he rushed to deliver the babies for me. I told him, I want you to be there, and he made it there. He ran across the street. He was probably seeing regular patients, OB appointments, and he rushed in for me to deliver my babies. And he helped the other doctor deliver them. So I had two doctors in there delivering the babies, two anesthesiologists that were helping me. I was pretty nauseous because I'd eaten that morning. I wasn't ready for surgery, so they gave me some Zofran. I think they gave me some stuff through the IV that helped me feel better, and a little laughing gas I think they gave me to calm me down because I was completely panicked. It was the scariest day of my life. Scariest but best day of my life. So anyways, yeah, they finally got the spinal block in, and I felt everything go numb. They had me lay down. They put up the curtain. All of a sudden my doctor came in, and as soon as I saw him, he looked at me, he winked at me, he said, "You got this. You're going to be fine." So, and then my husband came in right when they're starting to cut me open. My husband came in to my side and held my hand, and we got a lot of footage, so I'll be putting this in the video right after this. And you can definitely see the panic in my eye in this video because I don't know anyone else out there that got a C-section. You feel everything. You don't feel pain, but you feel the tugging, the pulling, the pressure. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't prepared for that. But I've never felt pressure like that. They have to press down on my body, on my abdomen to get the babies out, and he was lodged. Rowan was lodged right up in my rib cage, so he took a while to get out. And then baby girl was lodged down in my pelvis area. So they were really hard to pull out, and they both looked pretty bruised. They were pretty bruised up when they got out, so you'll see that. But they took the babies out, and there's a little window on the curtain that you can see them come out. And I just remember looking at them for the first time and just crying my eyes out. It just was the coolest thing ever. It was the scariest day of my life, but the best day of my life. And they took the babies away. I got to see them for a quick second, and they had to take them back and get them all checked out. And they both got an APGARD score of 9. They were both great in that department. So yeah, they were just healthy babies. They were preemies, late preemies, but they were healthy. And yeah, then they came back out, brought my babies back out, and put them on my chest, and I got to just look at them. And I just remember being so overwhelmed by the surgery, being scared from that, and then I was scared from what had happened, going into emergency C-section. And then they put these two babies on me that are going to be my life. I get to meet them for the first time, and it was just a crazy roller coaster. In the matter of like 45 minutes, this all happened. But yeah, that's my C-section story. It was amazing. It really was. We just had the most special time being in the hospital. We were in there for 4 days, and Scotland had a little bit of jaundice, so we had to stay in there an extra day to get rid of that. And then Rowan ended up getting jaundice as we went home, so we had to go into the pediatrician a few days after, and they had to check on him, and it ended up going away. So yeah, they're both great. And little girl, she is a little bit behind on her weight. She lost a lot of weight. She went down to 5 pounds, I believe, 10 ounces from 6 why do I keep saying that? She went down to 4 pounds 10 ounces from 5 pounds 6 ounces. So she lost a lot of weight, and they say it's normal for babies to lose weight, but she lost a lot. I think she's in 11th percentile. She's just going to be a little bit behind, the doctor said. But little boy has gained all of his weight back, and he's doing great. So I'm trying to think what else. I just feel like I have to tell you guys so much. I just can't remember. But yeah, they're here, and I'm just so happy, and it's been hard. It's been really hard. We're running off of maybe an hour's sleep. I'm very tired. I'm very exhausted. I'm actually hallucinating sometimes. I'm so exhausted, but I'm so happy, and I don't know any different. All I know is two babies and taking care of two babies. So it's definitely hard work, but it's rewarding, and I've only had them. They're going to be 2 weeks old here soon, and it's been the most amazing 2 weeks of my life. I love them so much. I'm so protective of them. I'm so just obsessed with them. They're both so different, and yeah, I'm just in love, and me and my husband are both in love, and it's just been in the most amazing 2 weeks. I could just go on and on, so I'll stop at that, and I will show you some footage of their birthday and that crazy amazing day. So yeah, I will do another video. I want to do a video where I have them in the video and you guys can kind of see them and meet them, and do kind of a day in the life with twins. They are on a really strict feeding schedule and sleep schedule. They eat every 2 hours, and when they're not eating, they're sleeping. So they're on a crazy schedule. They lost a lot of weight, so they do need to eat a lot to catch up. The pediatrician has us on a very strict schedule, so it's obviously working because they're gaining their weight back. But yeah, that's been my life, is just feeding and letting them sleep. And when they sleep, I try and sleep. It's hard because I want to clean and get the next, the bottles cleaned, and we still need to get things, obviously more bottles. We have 6 bottles between the two of them, and that's just not enough. We need more, because we're constantly cleaning bottles. So I'll get in the rhythm and the groove of things once I start, knowing what I need. But yeah, we're just so happy here. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and enjoy this footage that's coming up next. It's not too graphic. There may be a little bit of blood. My husband filmed it, and he did not show any of the gross stuff. So, oh yeah, and I am healing really good. It was not bad, the healing from a C-section. A lot of people said that it's really bad. It was uncomfortable, but I stayed on top of my meds and stayed on top of painkillers, and it wasn't that bad. Right now it's still a little sore, but it's doable, and I have 2 really amazing distractions that help keep my mind off of that. But yeah, I'm healing great. Everything's looking great. So okay, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the next bit of this video. All right, bye. 36 weeks. Two babies in there.
I hate this. I'm all alone. No idea what's going on. Okay, babies, you've scared mommy and daddy too much. It's time to come out safely. We can't wait to see you. We're so excited. That was really scary. It was like really scary. I'm sitting here all alone. Stacy's in there. She's getting all ready. And Rowan, you freaking scared us. That was the last scary little moment. I'm sure you're gonna keep doing it the rest of your life. Can't wait to see you. I love you. I'm still out here all alone. I wish I was there with you, babe. I'm sorry. I'm stuck behind these doors. You're gonna do great. I know you are. We're gonna get past this. We're gonna see our babies soon. Can't wait. I love you so much. How you doing, baby? You're scary. Big scare. You're okay. Just keep breathing, keep talking. Good. Okay? Good boy. Okay, 30 seconds. Here we go. He's over there somewhere. There's her closer.
Getting closer. I'm gonna open this window here.
Oh, good. Okay. So I can look through here. Not over that way. Okay.
You can do either one. If you want a clearer shot, you can go up here.
Okay.
All that tugging was normal.
Tugging, lots of tugging.
Lots of
There's gonna be
tugging.
more tugging in a second, okay?
All normal. We're gonna be okay. Who's up first? What do you think?
So nervous.
You're okay. You're gonna be a mom right now.
Good. You got clear fluid on baby A. Lots of pressure now, okay?
Baby A's out. You're okay. You're okay.
Lots of pressure.
You're okay. Just breathe.
Let you hold on to me.
Breathe. Breathe. Breathe.
There you go.
Breathe. It's okay. It's okay.
Lots of
A lot
pressure.
of pressure. Okay. It's okay.
I see hair. Lots of hair.
You're okay, baby.
It's coming.
Everything's fine. It's normal.
Yay!
Hi, little
Let's take a
one.
look here, okay?
Okay. Here's that
You're
window.
Oh
not
my
going to see
God.
too well, Mom.
Look,
Dad's
here we
taking
are.
pictures
Hi, Angel.
right there.
Hi, baby. Oh my God. Hi, pumpkin. You are so cute.
Good job, you guys.
We didn't milk.
She looks great.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yay.
You're okay. All right. You're okay. Just relax. Just relax. Oh, there's your boy.
And he's peeing.
Peeing on Sean.
You guys, very good size baby. This baby is
Oh,
also
there he is. Look at him go.
another angel. My goodness.
What a stinker.
Oh my gosh. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome, little boy. Welcome, Ryan.
Beautiful, Ryan. Beautiful. Stacey, amazing.
Look at this little one. Hi. I'm your troublemaker.
He's in timeout. He's in big timeout right now.
Oh, baby, talk to me. Say hi to them. All right, the babies are here. They're here, babe.
Oh my god, there's no more pressure.
Congratulations,
that pressure's gone.
Want to say one last thing, or are you good?
That's crazy.
That was crazy. We did it. They're up. They're awake. There, he's the troublemaker.
You trouble?
Hi, Rowan.
Trouble?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
God, this is crazy.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay.
Now your sister's crying more than you.
Nice peeing.
There you go.
Yay.
We're going to weigh them in a minute. Each of them.
Boy and girl?
Oh, look at them. Okay. Hi, baby.
Bye-bye.
8-9 for B. Okay, what was A? All right, 8-9. Awesome.
Close here.
Put your arms on your chest.
I'll stay over here.
We get him head
Oh my
over
God, they're
here.
so precious, babe.
Dad, want to get some pictures over
Yeah,
here?
please.
I'll get out of the way.
Oh my God.
A's the boy.
Girl.
Girl. B's the boy.
Look at that tongue.
Yeah, she is. She's checking everything out, isn't she?
What is going on? I'm so happy not to be cramped in there anymore.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Relaxing. Oh, look how cute they are, babe. Look at the little tongue.
girl. Oh, he's sleeping. Is he sleeping?
Oh, he's like totally asleep.
Yeah.
I think my shaking's putting them to sleep.
I was just gonna say it looked a little better. Now I still see your arms.
Yeah.
Do you feel?
It's okay. Let's get his neck a little bit more supported.
A little more.
So that he doesn't do this, because that cuts
Okay.
off their airway. So
I
like
wasn't
when you're
sure.
doing it, no,
Okay.
you do good. Like the way you can just, and you always want to check their color. As long as
What
they
color am I looking for?
They're
Not.
looking pinky. When they start getting that dark color, like they kind of change, well, God forbid, but they change that dark, deep red, almost purpley, that's when you say you change their position.
Today has been the craziest day of my life. Scariest day of my life. Best day of my life. Yeah, I'll explain later the drama behind it, but babies are doing great. I'm doing great. Dad's doing great. I'm very tired, so I'm gonna try and get some sleep until we feed them next, around 12 o'clock. And it's about 9 o'clock, I don't know. So, yeah, that'll look good. Sleepy babies. Sleepy, very sleepy. Rowan
Sweetie husband.
and Scotland and sleepy husband and sleepy mommy, drugged up mommy.
Tapped out.
Crazy day.
I like these. Let's get these. They roll around. They got shit underneath them. It's awesome. What's wrong with these? You know, you can see them. Come here. Come listen to music, your sister. Yeah.